Dr. Dayton Campbell. I want you to listen very carefully to what I have to say. I have another meeting to go to and I am late for that meeting because you were late.
Good evening and welcome to Negro Times, where we shine the spotlight on the people and stories shaping Jamaica's West. Tonight, a fiery address from an iconic 90-year-old powerhouse has taken center stage. Retired schoolteacher and community advocate Nerris Hawthorne didn't just speak at the recent Hanover People's National Party Farmers Forum, staged by Western Hanover's People's National Party candidate Heather Miller Bennett. She commanded it. It started with a firm rebuke, directed at none other than People's National Party General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell for arriving late to the event. But that was just the opening act.
Hey everyone, I'm not going to talk about the problems I have with goats because it's 50 at a time and I can plant nothing and they even live in my house, so I leave that alone. I want to say something to the gentleman, Dr. Dayton Campbell. I want you to listen very carefully to what I have to say. I have another meeting to go to and I am late for that meeting because you were late.
With unmistakable Hanover grit, Mrs. Hawthorne took the conversation from political tardiness straight into the soil, where she's hoping more crops and fewer goats will thrive. In a no-nonsense tone, she pointed out that fertile flatlands are being lost to housing developments, while farmers are forced to struggle on the hillsides, often unable to use modern equipment.
We are thinking of farming in Hanover, but I have a very big problem in Hanover because all the land that is on the flat is now being used for housing, and that is the arable land that should be used for farming. We have an area that is reserved for housing, and they have put up near to the Palladium Hotel, they've put up already a lot of houses there. But the whole of that area, which when I was a child was all agriculture, it's just wasteland now. Nothing is on it, nothing. And the farmers have to take to the hills where they can't use the proper instruments. So you have to look into where do you do the farming, on the hills or on the level?
And then came her big idea, bamboo.
The other thing is, there is something we have in abundance in Hanover. You don't have to plant it. God has planted it for us, and that is bamboo.
Bamboo, she explained, is Jamaica's untapped gold mine. It's clogging rivers and covering hillsides. Yet in China, 20 million people work in the bamboo industry.
In China, and you can hear me out, Miss Claudia, because we have been to a bamboo conference, and we were told by the Chinese that 20 million people in China work in the bamboo industry. That's how many times the population of the whole Jamaica work in the bamboo industry. We have bamboo that's a nuisance washing down in the rivers.
Stronger than steel, bamboo can be transformed into everything from floor tiles to fabric. Mrs. Hawthorne urged the consideration of the establishment of a bamboo factory in Hanover, emphasizing the potential for job creation, exports, and rural development.
And bamboo is stronger than steel. You're not going to believe it, but Claudia will tell you. They told us bamboo is stronger than steel. Bamboo make floor tiles. Bamboo make cloth. Bamboo make anything you can conceive of. And if 20 million people in China are working in bamboo industry, you can imagine what they are making, sir. We don't have to plant it. It's on all the hillsides. So what I would like you to do is to start to do something about all the bamboo that's being wasted in Hanover. We need a bamboo factory. We can do bamboo pulp, and bamboo pulp can be sold. We can do charcoal, everything. Bamboo floor tiles, bamboo everything. So take that part.
And as if that wasn't enough, Nerris Hawthorne had one final zinger. No taxes on new farmers for at least their first year or two. Let them grow first, then tax later, she said.
One more thing, and that is, there should be no tax on the farmers in the first year or two. No tax whatsoever. Let the farmers work and use their money to reinvest, because if farming is to build up Jamaica, you cannot start off paying tax. No tax on tax.
Ironically, Dr. Campbell responded with news that aligned perfectly. A future PNP government would offer 3 years of tax relief to all newly registered businesses. So perhaps her timing was perfect after all.
So it will be up to you to make sure when Mrs. Miller is there representing you, that she will remember that this has been said. But we don't want things said that's not acted on. And I wish you all good farming. And remember, it's not tourism that's going to build up Jamaica, it's farming.
But if you know Nerris Hawthorne, none of this comes as a surprise. Born and raised in Paddy Hill, she has spent her life serving Hanover, whether as a Girl Guide lieutenant, a defender of Noel Holmes Hospital, president of the Hanover Chamber of Commerce, or the driving force behind the revival of Lucy's beloved Cross the Harbor Festival. She returned from England in 1989 and hit the ground running, volunteering, organizing, and, as we saw this week, reminding leaders that Hanover is not to be overlooked. And with that trademark blend of fire, wit, and wisdom, Mrs. Nerris Hawthorne left the room buzzing, not just with laughter, but with a deeper call to action. In her 90 years, she's seen plenty, done even more, and continues to stand tall for Hanover's future. Whether it's championing bamboo, defending farmland, or schooling politicians on punctuality, one thing is clear: Nerris Hawthorne remains a force of nature in the fight for rural development. At 90 years young, Nerris Hawthorne continues to stir the conscience of policymakers while championing the causes that matter to everyday Jamaicans. And whether it's bamboo, farming, or fairness, this Hanover heroine isn't done yet. From the Negril Times team, we salute her tireless service and bold voice. This is Negril Times, where stories of strength, spirit, and solutions come alive. Good night and stay tuned.